I was going to go and get my hair cut today, but I didn't end up doing that because I'm just still kind of working on the draft of my paper for tomorrow. It's pretty much there. It's just I want to make sure that the format's correct, and align it with the PowerPoint images I'm going to use. So I'm in a cafe at the moment because the Wi-Fi at the homestay is on the blink. But in regards to the astrologer, if you can hear me okay, Lalita, she had a lot of things to say, but she started off by saying that I'm not always understood in family contexts, in society contexts. People don't always receive my opinions very well, or my ideas, which I thought was interesting because someone's phone is ringing. Because I've perceived it that way myself. It's very interesting that on the basis of a chart, she said that. Because I haven't had any previous communications with her. But she also said other things that I found kind of quite compelling. She said that I'm an emotional person, but I'm like a coconut. No, that's not what you're thinking. That is soft inside and hard exterior. Maybe that's sometimes how it comes across to people, certain people, not everyone, obviously. That I'm a tough nut to crack kind of thing. And that's kind of accurate because I kind of feel like I have to be that way. I feel like I have to project that if I'm going to be listened to at all. And I mean like in my workplace as well, right? We didn't talk about work yet. She's just reading off the chart. She also said that I like to go for things that are hidden. I like to go for the deeper meaning of things. And that most people don't pay attention to those kinds of things. That I have intuition and I kind of know what's coming. I'm sensitive, which is obviously true. I've used that term myself. She talked about what was in my dasha. That's the houses of the horoscope. It's a bit different from kind of Western horoscopes. It's got its own language, its own terms. The sannyasa yoga thing was interesting because she says that I'm kind of on a path for a deeper kind of spiritual dimension practice, and that probably with the work that I'm doing here, that's part of it, although I didn't give her lots of details about the work. She just said that the Santi and the Sannyasa, I think, yogas in my chart, and that points to that, that I'm trying to work with karma, or karmic forces are kind of trying to work through me. But that I should also practice cord cutting, you've probably heard of that. I have done that before in a different context, but I think that here it means like things in the past that wound you, or attachments or whatever. What can I say? What else can I say? There was a lot. It was about 40 minutes. Asked about relationships a little bit as well. She said the number 4 comes up for me. It's not great because my relationship was really only supposed to be temporary. It became permanent. She really recommended that I uptake meditation because she says that I have a tendency to be confused and busy in my head because I'm always thinking about things, overthinking. And that meditation would really help with that, like to be able to see things clearly. And I agree with that because I did go to the Vedic Buddhist kind of meditation luncheon. We sat in the park, and afterwards we talked after having done meditation, and that was really good. So I am capable of doing it. It's just that I haven't made it part of my practice. So the risk of going kind of deeply into things is that you become not just obsessed, but you think in every direction. And that's an important thing for me. it's a ability, but so she called it strengths and weaknesses. And I asked her about whether I could make a project out of this, what I'm doing here. She said that research and writing is something I have that capability. I mean, that's not news to me, but she says we all have our destiny. She says there's no need for me to seek approval from anyone, that I have approval based on because I have very strong principles and values that are my own, and my relationship with God or the Almighty, that's all that matters, and that this has been set from the time that I'm born, which I guess is why people do these horoscopes. Their children are like 24 days old. It's very common amongst kind of Brahmanical society, Brahmin caste here. I think it was clarifying because she just showed understanding on all these things. Like, she wasn't having a go at me saying, oh, you overthink, or this is what's wrong in your life, or whatever. She was just sort of demonstrating an awareness and an understanding based on my chart of kind of what makes me tick, I guess you could say. So I found it better than any other astrological reading I've ever had. And it's made me interested in Indian Vedic astrology.